Welcome to Coach's Read. Today we're going to be reading Juan and the Jackalope by Rudolfo Anaya. I'm going to start off by reading a little thing he put at the beginning of the story. It talks a little bit about what mythical creatures are. Mythical creatures appear in the stories of many cultures. In New Mexico, one of our most interesting magical creatures is the jackalope, which is a jackrabbit that has antelope or deer horns. When I was a child, my Uncle Juan told me that long ago he caught a jackalope near the village of Puerto de Luna. He and the jackalope went on many adventures. In my mind, I could see my uncle and the jackalope fly through the sky, over the river, and up to the moon. The stories my uncle told me made my imagination grow and grow. I dedicate this book to my uncle and all the wonderful storytellers of New Mexico. Here we go. Listen, my children, and I'll tell you a tale. You can read it now or check your email. This happened in the future, long ago, in the magical land of New Mexico. This cuento is about the great grasshopper race and the prize Rosita awarded first place. Rosita, the loveliest gal in the Pecos River Valley, sang like a coyote with a thorn in its belly. She wore a 10-gallon hat and rode an armadillo. It took her 10 years just to get to Amarillo. She said, I'll bake a rhubarb pie for the winter and serve it with frijoles and ice cream for dinner. A thousand vaqueros vowed to win or to die. All loved Rosita and her delicious pie. But they had no chance against Pecos Bill. He rode Hoppy, a grasshopper big as a hill. Bill bragged, I'll finish in the bat of an eye and claim Rosita and her delicious pie. My Tío Juan was just a young buckaroo, but with a glance from Rosita, his love grew and grew. I can't win the race, Juan howled and cried. I don't have a burro or nothing to ride. His tears gushed and flooded the river. His moan made La Llorona shake and shiver. The crying woman said, I know who can beat Bill. That's Jack the Jackalope from Unicorn Hill. Grab my hand, Niño, and we'll speed away to a land where dragons dance all day. You might see the kukui and a fancy troll eating rhubarb pie as they take a stroll. So off they went through the starry night, crossed El Rio in the purple moonlight. It was strange indeed to see dragons dancing and find the kukui laughing and prancing. Have I gone mad? A puzzled Juan cried. Nope, you're in Texas, La Llorona replied. Here's a jackalope who will help you win. Hop on, muchacho, and go for a spin. Juan got on Jack, and away they went. They landed in New Mexico in a circus tent. Pecos Bill smirking, can that poor thing run? Beating you will be a barrel of fun. The jackalope trembled as he looked around. It seemed no one loved him, but he stood his ground. Let Bill ride first, said Rosita. I'll go bake a pie in my casita. Pecos Bill shouted, giddy up! And Hoppy took off over the Rockies, Dallas, and the Juarez Bluff. He cleared El Paso, flew over Santa Fe, crossed the Rio Grande, and landed okay. The grasshoppers cheered. It was quite a thrill. Try topping that, bragged Pecos Bill. The animals laughed when Juan got on Jackalope. His chances, they thought, were thin as smoke. Rosita didn't laugh. She knew Juan would try. She winked and whispered, "Remember my pie." "I'm ready," said Juan, adjusting his sombrero. He sat in the saddle like a true caballero. He smiled at Rosita with love in his eyes. "Don't forget the tacos and a bag of French fries." Then off they flew in a marvelous motion, crossing right over the Atlantic Ocean. Over Africa, España, Italy, and France, the jackalope did a toe-tapping dance. They cleared Mount Everest on their way to the moon and cruising by the Dipper singing a tune. Juan held fast to the horns of his steed, waved his hat and shouted, "Aha! Yes, indeed!" They flew far beyond the world that we know, whistling at planets all neat in a row. They stopped for shakes at the Milky Way and finished all this in less than a day. When the jackalope finally turned back to Earth, he streaked like a falling star filled with mirth. They landed with a thud near Santa Fe, and no one doubted they had won the day. Stardust clung to the daring pair. It sparkled on their clothes and tangled hair. Everyone cheered when Rosita kissed Juan and gave him the pie he had bravely won. Juan asked Rosita, "Will you be my bride and ride on the jackalope by my side? I'll marry you and ride by your side. Rich or poor, I'll be your bride. Fly to the moon and the stars, the star-filled sky. We'll dine on beans and rhubarb pie." The end. That is all we have today for Coach's Read. Thank you for joining us for this wonderful story, and we will talk to you guys next time.